Once upon a time, there was a girl named Mary. She was kind, cheerful, had long golden hair, and a joyful laugh. But there was one habit her teeth didn't like at all. Mary didn't like brushing them. Every morning, her mom would remind her, "Mary, it's time to brush your teeth." "But Mom, I brushed them yesterday." "Why again?" she grumbled. And at night she'd say, "I'm already in bed. I'll brush them in the morning. Okay?" She'd cleverly add. And so it went. Day after day, Mary happily munched on cookies, chocolates, and candy, while her toothbrush stood sadly in its cup. One night she went to bed smiling, but something strange woke her up, a sharp pain in her tooth. "Ouch!" She held her cheek. "What's happening?" Her mom gave her some warm water, calmed her down, and said they'd visit the dentist in the morning. But when Mary fell back asleep, something magical happened. Suddenly she found herself in a city of bright, shiny white buildings that looked just like teeth. They stood neatly in a row, but some were gray, cracked, and looked really sad. "Where am I?" she asked. "Welcome to Toothlandia," said a tiny voice. In front of her stood a little tooth in a white coat. Beside him was a fairy with wings made of dental floss. "I'm Dr. Brighttooth, and this is Sparklebrush, my assistant. We protect healthy smiles. And this is your Toothlandia." "Mine?" she gasped. "Yes, this is your mouth from the inside, and that's why we called you here." Suddenly, the sky over Toothlandia turned dark. Out came the bacteria monsters, sticky caramels, chocolate smudges, and creepy little tooth worms. They climbed on the teeth, giggling and whispering. "No toothbrush? No toothpaste? This is paradise for us." "They cause cavities, cracks, and pain," he said seriously. "And we can't win this battle without you." "I want to help," she shouted. Sparklebrush waved her magical brush. Mary got a toothbrush sword, and her toothpaste became a shiny shield. Together with an army of tiny brushes, they marched into battle. The bacteria fought hard, clinging to the enamel and crawling on the gums, but Mary's brush bravely scrubbed each tooth clean. To the left, a stain on the back tooth. "Charge!" Chocolate tower on the front teeth. Mary brushed, rinsed, and wiped. The teeth began to shine, and Toothlandia sparkled with joy. "Ah, we're not welcome here anymore," they squealed. The teeth sparkled again, white, happy, and healthy. The next morning, Mary woke up, and the first thing she did was run to the bathroom. "Mom, where's my toothbrush? I need to clean Toothlandia," she called out. Her mom couldn't believe her eyes. Mary brushed each tooth carefully and then smiled into the mirror. "From now on, I'll brush every single day." Teeth are our little friends. They need our help every day. A brush, some toothpaste, and water. They're the real heroes of our smiles. Sweets are yummy, but only if we clean our teeth after eating them. And when you brush your teeth, your own Toothlandia sings a happy, healthy song. In a faraway village among green hills lived a little girl named Zlata. She was waiting excitedly for her favorite holiday, Easter. Because every year, something magical happened the night before Easter. In this village, Easter traditions were deeply loved. Each year, everyone decorated Easter eggs with great care. The most beautiful one, the golden egg, was placed in the village square as a symbol of peace, kindness, and unity. This egg wasn't just beautiful, it was special. People believed it brought light, calm, and Easter miracles to everyone. Children dreamed of seeing it glow because on Easter Eve, it was said to shine and grant someone a miracle. "Maybe this year my egg will be the magical one," she whispered while painting suns, flowers, and a heart on her egg. But the next morning, all the eggs were pretty, just normal. Even worse, the golden egg had disappeared. "It's gone," gasped old Aunt Marusia. "Without it, there will be no Easter miracle." Everyone worried. Zlata was sad, but then she took a deep breath and bravely decided to find the egg herself. She packed her favorite egg in a basket and headed into the forest. There, according to legend, lived the Easter Bunny. Maybe he knew something? At a meadow, Zlata met Rooster Petrick. "Cluck, cluck, looking for the egg? I saw something glowing by the old oak. The wise owl lives there. She sees everything." The owl sat high on a branch, watching the world with calm, kind eyes. "Zlata, you have come with a kind heart. I will help you," she said. The golden egg was taken by a little hedgehog who doesn't know what Easter is. He's shy and alone, and didn't know how to ask. A hedgehog? But why did he take it? Because he wanted just a little warmth in his life. Zlata found the hedgehog under a pine tree. He was hugging the golden egg. "I'm sorry. I didn't want to steal it," he whispered. "I've never celebrated Easter. I was lonely. I just wanted something good to come into my home." Zlata smiled gently. "You already made the first step. You told the truth, and I want to invite you to celebrate with us." She took her favorite egg and placed it in front of him. "Here, this is for you. It will warm your heart, just like the golden one." At that very moment, the golden egg began to glow softly. Sparks danced around them, and the air smelled of flowers and sweet Easter bread. "It's a miracle," Petrick crowed. "It's a thank you for kindness," said the wise owl, flying back. "When you share with love, the magic comes on its own." That day, the little hedgehog celebrated Easter for the first time ever. He ate sweet bread, painted eggs, and laughed with everyone. Later, as the village sat down at a long table under the sky, someone quietly stepped out from behind the trees. It was the Easter Bunny. His ears were long and soft, and he carried a basket full of glowing mini eggs. "I always watch where kindness is born," he said warmly. "And this year's true miracle happened because of Zlata and the kind heart of a little hedgehog." He gave them each a special egg. Zlata's glowed pink, and the hedgehog's glowed green, like spring grass. These eggs aren't magical by themselves. Your hearts made them magical. "Thank you," she whispered. "I've never gotten a gift before," the hedgehog said shyly. Easter Bunny smiled. "Now you haven't just received one, you've shared one, and that's what matters most." The sun set over the village, the air filled with the scent of flowers and Easter bread. Children ran with their baskets, birds sang, and deep in the forest behind the meadow, the Easter Bunny disappeared between the trees. But everyone knew. He's always nearby, wherever kindness lives. Easter isn't just about eggs. It's a celebration of kindness, care, and true hearts. And remember, the real magic lives not in spells, but in good deeds. In a cozy house with flowers on the windowsills lived a little gray kitten named Murchik. He was playful and full of energy. During the day, he chased balls of yarn, jumped on chairs, and even tried to catch sunbeams. But every night, when the sun went down and his mom turned off the light, Murchik became very scared. He thought the darkness was a giant blanket full of creepy shadows, strange noises, and even monsters. "Mama," he meowed every time the light went out. "I'm right here, Murchik," she answered gently. "Don't be afraid, my dear. Darkness isn't scary. It's just the other side of the day." But Murchik didn't believe her. He would hide under the blanket or crawl into the laundry basket and stay there until morning. One evening, something strange happened. The lights went out in the whole house. Even the little nightlight in the corner wasn't glowing anymore. "Meow," he cried in fear. But then something sparkled in the room. A tiny soft light fluttered around like a little star. "Who are you?" Murchik whispered. "I'm a firefly. Are you afraid of the dark?" "Yes, it's so big and scary. Want to see what it's really like?" The firefly led Murchik to the window. Outside, the moon was shining. The sky was full of stars, and in the distance, other fireflies were gently glowing. "Look," said the firefly, "the dark isn't scary. It's quiet, peaceful, and only in the dark can you see the stars." Murchik fell silent. He had never seen night look so beautiful before. But what about the noises? Those rustles and creaks? "It's just nighttime life. The wind in the trees, an owl talking to her babies, leaves whispering to each other." Wow. As Murchik looked up at the sky, he saw the big round moon smiling right at him. "Hello, Murchik," came a soft voice from above. "I've always been here. You just didn't notice. I thought the dark was scary. Darkness is my blanket, and I'm a little lantern for anyone who's looking for calm." And then Murchik understood. There was nothing scary about the dark. When the firefly led him back to his bed, he didn't hide under the covers anymore. He purred softly, looking out the window at the stars. "Now I know. The dark is just a big night blanket that covers everyone so we can rest," he whispered, gently closing his eyes. His mom stroked him lovingly. "Good job, Murchik. You're so brave. I'm proud of you." And from that night on, Murchik didn't fall asleep with fear, but with a smile on his little face. The dark isn't an enemy. It's a quiet friend that brings stars and magical dreams. In a green forest where the sunlight danced through the leaves, there lived a little bunny. He was cheerful, curious, and always eager to try something new. Lately, he had a big dream: to learn how to ride a bicycle. All the animals in the forest could ride, except him. So Bunny decided it was finally time to learn. One morning, he saw Hedgehog riding a small forest bike with a basket on the front. "Wow! I want to ride like that too." "Then try," smiled the hedgehog. "You can use mine." Bunny climbed on, pushed off with his paws, and bump, he tumbled into a bush. "Oh well, "I'll try again." He tried again and again, but the bike wobbled, rolled sideways, and once even hit a nut left by Badger, sending Bunny tumbling into a pile of soft moss. "I hope no one saw that." He shook the leaves off his ears. But guess what? Everyone saw. And did they laugh? No. The animals ran up and said, "Here, take a carrot." "Don't give up, Bunny. You can do it." Still, after the 5th fall, Bunny sat under a tree and sighed. Maybe bikes just aren't for me. Just then, a little bird flew down and perched on a branch nearby. You know, I used to be scared to fly. My wings would shake, but I tried little by little, branch to branch. And then I did it. She flapped her wings and flew in a little circle. You can do it too. Just don't give up. Bunny smiled and thanked her for the encouragement. That evening, he told his parents about his wobbly bike rides. They stroked his ears and said, "Remember when you learned to jump over puddles?" "Yeah, I used to fall all the time. But you kept trying and you did it. Anything new feels hard at first, but your persistence is your real strength." Bunny thought for a moment, and the next morning, he returned to the meadow. This time he sat slowly, held the handlebars tightly, took a deep breath, and pushed off. The bike wobbled, but didn't fall. "I'm riding," he shouted. "Hooray!" He circled around a tree stump and stopped proudly. "I did it," he beamed. Bunny was so happy that he didn't give up, and his dream came true. Even if something doesn't work the first time, it doesn't mean you can't do it. What matters is not stopping after the first fall, but trying again, with belief in yourself. Because every big leap starts with a small try.
In a forest where birds sang from morning till night, lived a little turtle named Tina. She lived under a big old tree, loved gathering moss for her bed, picking leaves for tea, and she adored peace and quiet. She always walked alone, not because she was sad, she simply didn't know how to be someone's friend. Tina had one dream, to have a true friend. But she was too shy to say hello, never played with others, and always thought, maybe no one would want to be friends with me. I can't jump, run, or laugh like the rabbits or squirrels. So every day, Tina would sit quietly by herself, watching the meadow where the other animals played and laughed. When the squirrels jumped through the trees, Tina watched silently. When the rabbits had jumping races, she stayed away. When the hedgehogs drew pictures in the sand with sticks, Tina only looked from afar. One day, while Tina was gathering the leaves near the stream, she heard, "Ouch! Help!" It was a little badger named Looney stuck trying to climb over a branch. His paw was tangled and he couldn't get free. Without thinking, Tina crawled over and pushed the branch away with her strong shell. Looney was free. "Thank you, you saved me. I'm Looney. What's your name?" "Tina." "You're so brave," Tina smiled shyly. Later that day, Tina met a hedgehog named Tom who was spinning in the grass looking very worried. What's wrong? Tina asked gently. I lost my pine cone friend. I sleep with it. I'll help you find it, she said, and started searching among the bushes. In a few minutes, she carefully pulled out a little pine cone with painted eyes. You found it, Tom cheered. You're so caring, thank you. I just noticed things others might miss. Tom gave her an acorn with a little heart carved into it. For the first time, Tina felt a warm happiness, not outside, but deep in her heart. The next morning, Tina saw a raccoon named Rico struggling to carry a huge pile of berries. They kept falling. Want me to help? Tina offered. How? Stack them on my shell. I'll carry them. Slowly but surely, they carried all the berries safely to his tree. The other animals whispered, She has a good shell. And a kind heart, Rico added. That evening, when rain began to fall, a little bird named Pip was flapping its wet wings, unable to fly. Tina gently picked a big leaf and held it like an umbrella over Pip. They sat together under the leafy shelter until the rain stopped. This is the best umbrella ever, chirped Pip. It's just a leaf. But with you, it's a cozy roof of friendship. Days passed, the forest filled with the scent of flowers and ripe berries. The animals whispered, planned, and prepared something special. One morning, as Tina crawled slowly toward the stream, she suddenly heard a loud, Surprise! There, in the meadow, stood a big picnic blanket decorated with leaves, flowers, and acorn garlands. There were pies, nuts, berries, juices, and little leafy hats. What is this? She gasped. It's our picnic for you. For your kindness and your big heart, said Looney. You brought us all together without even knowing it, added Tom. Now you're part of our big forest family, smiled Rico. And we're proud to call you our friend. Tina's eyes filled with happy tears for the very first time. I thought making friends was hard, but it's just about being kind. All the animals hugged her tightly. Now we're together, and we always will be. And there, among smiles and sunshine, Tina realized friendship is the greatest gift you can find, both in the forest and in your own heart. Friendship starts with something small, helping, smiling, asking, "Wanna play?" Even if you're a slow little turtle, you can be very important to someone. Because real friends see the true you and are happy you're there. Give it a like and subscribe to Kazkoland Kids. Stay tuned for more magical stories. There's so much more to come.